Jaguars will kick it away to start us off. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Steps away. Fires downfield. That pass is incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Unleashes one. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Smith dropping to pass. Got his man quickly. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Jaguars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back gets to give. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. They get to him as he throws. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's James. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got some room there to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe...
Touchdown, South Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Chang. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Oh, they're after him. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second.
7, Michigan 0.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got...
Oh, he's got some strength. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Going for the big play. Catches it past the sticks. He's still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Still looking on the move. Dumps it to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Lee. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and you...
Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
Extra point here would tie the game. And it's blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll run it from the gun. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, South Alabama.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll give it to him again. We'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Smith wants to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Jaguars in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Tosses it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Unloads it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That's a fumble. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
And the Jaguars have it with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Under fire. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Smith dropping to pass. Touchdown, Jaguar! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He's got the tight end. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job. That you've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. He's open on the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Oh, he wants it all. Touchdown, Wolverine! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that's a backbreaker for this defense, Jesse. They were doing everything they could, trying to let that clock run out, force a field goal. They execute under 10 seconds left, and they put it in the end zone.
Yeah, how about the situational offense there too, though, David? Understanding the time and the clock and managing it absolutely perfectly. And now the decision, do you go for 2 and try to tie this thing up before you head into the locker room?
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I don't think defensively you understand, like the run.
There he goes. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, South Alabama. A great catch and run for 6.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Lost to throw again. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. And this is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down